God is moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross.
Hey, Mr. Perry.
Hey, Mrs. Perry.
Yeah, we're Young People Nation.
All the time.
Now, wow, we didn't think this would be going on in our life during this time.
Oh, no. Young People Nation has been an inspiration to me because, as I said before, you caused me to step out more. And I was steadfast sitting at home looking at TV. And that when God came forth and said, do this.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what happens when you say no to God.
You said that in both sessions. It's a previous session. It's real with you, right?
It's real. I stayed awake for 3 days. I was matter of fact, 72 hours. Eyes wide open. Circle around my eyes. Couldn't go to sleep. Took sleeping pills. And until I surrendered. Asked your forgiveness. And then I got on my knees and said, okay, God. And then God let me go to sleep right there on my knees. I said, wow.
That was a lasting remembrance of when God tells you to do something, because that was like, that was like 36 years ago, 37?
Yeah, it was. And it was a lasting impression because, what can you have from God? He's everywhere you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he tells us that in his word, too.
Yeah, he knows where you're going to turn. He knows where you're going to go. He knows where to lock at. He knows everything. So.
And, I'd just like to give a shout out to all who have helped us. We had David Bash and Get Up Production and his team, Charles Michael. We've had Raquel Gardner and Rocky Premier that has helped us. We've had the community of family and friends that have helped us and encouraged us. Yep. You can do it.
Yes.
And so thank you all so much. Yep. The support, down to our shirts and everything.
Yep.
People
all the
just
prophecies. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Different people come up to you. You what you're supposed to be doing. I said, huh? Who you? And that's the way it worked.
One thing I love about our relationship is that not only is a married couple, but we're best friends. And we're able to talk about things. So I am really honored as your wife to hear when you're transparent that you're able to talk with me. And to me, I would tell any woman out there, that's so vital. And so I know you're a man of prayer. I know that. I know that you are a man about, the word of God, and you're very intentional about God. But you were very transparent about some things that happened in your life about your mental health.
Oh, thank you, dear. I did not have to pay her to say that. I mean, this is real, y'all. And you always want your spouse to say nice things about you, but when it's true, it's even more better. And my wife has been a big inspiration to me. She always told me I can do it. I can do it. I remember I used to go on those road marches, and she said, you can do it. I'm going to be right out there with you. You're going to see my image every time you get tired. And I did.
I would make sure you had some Epsom salt bath in your feet. So, when you came back in, our daughter was reminding me of some things. So you never know when you're doing things in front of your children, how years later, they come back and tell you, like, Mama, you would tell us to go in our room because your dad got to take off all this stuff from the field in front of the washing machine and, and go ahead and get in your bath and stuff. But being your spouse, you know, I have seen where you will smile through the toughest situations, and I didn't understand it really, but I went back to the wisdom my mother gave me before marrying you. And so that's why it's important to get you a community of healthy, older, wise people
Yes.
that can help you to understand that God gives them insight that you can't quite see yet. But it prepared me to be able to partner with you as your spouse, because
That's a big word, partner.
you know, I when you don't know what to do, you understand, it's just like when a woman is going through menopause. You know, one brother had shared with me, he had to go and research because it really affected his wife really, really, really bad. And so, you know, it's like I shared with you, I said, go research because this is a real thing for me. And, you know, I'm praying, but this is a real thing for me. So you want to share a little bit about your mental health journey?
Well, my mental health journey is a while. I was raised in North Carolina, like the Wild Wild West, and we had no rules, and it was like I was raised by a pack of wolves.
Oh God!
We went as we pleased, roam as we pleased. It was no restrictions on what we needed to do, and our outlook on life. Okay, you came home. Okay, you didn't come home. It was no rules, and I found out through life that many households are like that, especially males. I remember when I went to visit a friend of mine in Baltimore, Maryland, and everybody there was smoking, and except for me and the newborn baby, and I had to leave from there because that wasn't the standard I grew up in. And everybody culture-wise is raised by a wild sense of rules. What we think is the norm isn't the norm for someone else. This person here might not have a dining room table to eat with coming up where you did. This family here pray together. Another family just exists together. And I grew up in a home where I was like a partial outcast at times, but I loved them, and I never mistreated them. But I think I was something like 35 years old when my father first said that he loved me. And I was trying to win approval, and it affects you mentally. And how you treat others, you really bring that from the home. And when you bring that from the home, and you transfer that to the classroom, you transfer that to everyday life and relationships. And I never treated you the way I was raised.
No, you did not. I would have never known that about you until you shared that.
Yeah, and one of the ways I show you in my way that I trusted you, I put you on all my bank accounts and all my money and everything we're hitting, I let you know because I had no secrets, no secret life. No baby mamas out there running around or nothing. It was just me and you.
And with that level of trust, I understood from the wisdom from my father and my mother not to betray that level of trust and that level of access to your heart. And so once I began to kind of notice some things, I was trying to fix it, but I couldn't fix that. You understand? And then I had to recognize I couldn't fix that. But here we are now, almost 40 years in.
Yep.
And for me, I had to learn to serve or and I'm not a servant in the sense of like a slave, but I enjoy doing for him because you do for me. You understand? And so I had to learn your language, what we say, your love language. And so you're not a materialistic person or anything like that, but I had to learn to that when you're relaxing, sometimes it may look like you're looking at TV all the time, but you're really processing.
Yeah, that process I learned many years ago. It's like detaching yourself from reality, and you're going through the events of the day or the future, and you're actually going through sessions of what could happen. So when you're planning to make your next move, you're not stagnant. You got to have a plan to keep you mentally sane, because everyday life is too hard to live with the constant chaos. You know, now we have times where people be shooting in the neighborhood or doing drive-bys and stuff, and those type of things. You have to keep your conscience clear. You have to be aware of your surroundings, and you have to know who you are.
Yeah.
Who are you? Do you turn to a person after you had a couple of drinks and there's somebody you don't know? Or you got to know in life. I always told you in life, I know exactly what I'll do in a situation.
Yes.
And you constantly get on me and say, no, you don't. I said, baby, yes, I do. I know what I do in a situation like that. Because those scenarios are always going around my brain constantly. What if? And for a person that's go through everyday life and not be prepared, mentally, it's a sign of just letting go. And when you let go like that, when stuff happen, you panic to the point where you hurt yourself or you hurt someone else.
You shared with our daughter recently. She asked you a question, and you said you just had to let it go. And for you that situation, you had to let go and give it to God.
Oh yeah, definitely, because who I am or who I was always honest with myself. We as human beings can do things beyond sanity, and anybody is capable of doing terrible things. And once you are honest with yourself and say, I am capable of that insanity, you know to introvert things in your life so that you can not do that great thing in your head, which you will regret later on.
One thing I like to give a shout out to our own therapist, Dr. Cochran. Oh yeah, he's really helped us journey through because we decided to go to marital counseling after finding out some things. Right. Because our 2021, and God really prepared us for where we are, because he gave you the word prepare and have faith in like 2020.
But thank you for dragging me in there, because I didn't want to go. I was kicking and screaming and said I didn't want to go, and I had nothing to say, like a typical male. But the more I loosened up and the more I taught, I come to the understanding that my way isn't the only way.
But I asked you, did you want to go to single counseling, couples counseling? And you preferred couples counseling. Oh yeah. And so I didn't have to pull him in there like that, guys. But he had to be sold on being able to open up. Yeah. And it's important to be with the right person, because men, you all don't just open up like that.
No, we don't have the beauty parlor and
not
sit
the
there and talk, or
y'all got a barber shop.
with the we got the barber shop. Right. We talk stuff and out and everything. But men and women, they talk, and the conversation's different when we with males and with females. But I prefer to come with my best friend, my wife, and if I can't say it in front of her, I shouldn't be able to say it in front of nobody. And she needs to know what I'm thinking. I need to know what she's thinking. Yeah. Because as I grew up, I found out, I didn't grow up with a sister. Even though I found out 66 years later, I had a sister. Joyce. and it was a great shocker and all. and it took some readjustments and all, knowing that I wasn't the oldest.
Oh boy.
And yeah,
By a week.
by 1 week.
Whoa. Okay.
By 1 week. So those type of things like that Tyler Perry movie where they're going Barry and he's saying who y'all talking about? It's you. You know, I was that guy.
Well, baby, I'm very grateful to God to do life with you and to do this journey with you. I'm just grateful. And one thing I love about our relationship is we're very transparent. We're very real with each other. And it's not about hurting each other's feelings, but it's about being honest that we've learned in our journey.
Yes.
So, what would you like to leave with the audience as we end?
Well, as we go through life, you have to be honest with yourself and try to live the life that you would like to live. But without help, you can never get there. And with that help, you have to be honest with yourself to let go of the past and embrace the future. And the Young People Nation.
Yes.
And remember, there is always hope.
There's always hope.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know His word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the #1 prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the Savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what He gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going, keep going. Let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation. You know what time it is. Young People Nation. Get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation. It's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by His love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.